here we are. It's Max 29, our 29th year. We started back in 1985, and I can't believe so many years have gone by, but here we are at the Monroeville Convention Center. We really like this building a lot, and if you look over here, we got a Monroeville courtesy bus that takes all the people that are staying in the area to the different hotels and motels all through the parking lots, so you don't even need to rent a car to come to this show. If you want to fly in, that's the way to do it. It's a great place, wonderful facility. Come on in, we'll show you what's there. It's a lot of stuff this year, very good stuff this year. Let's go look. Well, we've come into the front door, and you can just get sort of a thrill just looking out and seeing how many dealers and great stuff there is here. We're going to go in a little bit further, and you'll get that guided tour of the Mac show.
Oh, they don't care. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Well, we're just coming down the first aisle here, and I kind of like Third Reich silverware and tableware, and there's some great stuff here mixed in with some Army daggers, some Navy daggers. Really a beautiful RAD officer here that's got the man's name on the back of the crossguard with a great set of straps. Coming down a little bit further is one of those beautiful cobalt blue porcelain plates that was made for Hermann Goering, and I see that there's a cup that matches there. That would be nice to have a nice McDonald's hamburger off of. I see also some linen with a, this would be from the diplomatic corps. When you see that eagle and swastika over top of the world, that's what that's all about. And then we come down a little further, and there's some, you know, just normal daggers, SAs, Luftwaffes, Armies. There's something for everyone at the Mac show. A few swords. We're gonna wander down this side and see what's down there. Maybe we can find something good. Look for a bargain. Oh, here we are. We're over at Helmut Weitz's display. Helmut comes from Hamburg every year. He has a great reputation, and certainly one of the major, if not the major dealer in Europe these days. And you can just see some of the caliber of these Pickelhaube and hats and uniforms. Very, very nice. These are the kind of things you mostly would see in Europe. It's a rarity to see helmets like this here in America. Well, we've stopped by another booth here, and we've run into the great Walter Kanzler, a well-known name in the hobby. I think you started in the 50s with this, didn't you?
1954, first show I ever went to in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah. And you'll notice that Walter's accompanied by the very lovely and love of my life, Stephanie Foy, in case you want to write her a letter. Are you having a good time?
A wonderful time, as always, Tom.
Is Walter being nice to you, I hope?
That's a loaded question.
Always, yes. Walter's always got some great things and unusual things, and for all you Christmas tree collectors, that's one you don't have. What a ball, huh? You know, it looks familiar. I'm not sure. I wonder who that is.
I have no clue.
That is really, is it glass, is it? Or?
Yeah, it's blown glass, yeah.
That's a riot. Probably something sold in the 20s, you think, when he was...
30s, in the 30s, or closer to the, closer before the war. I just brought it back from Germany on Sunday. I was at a show over there, and a guy had a little tree with all the ornaments on.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, I give you a good price for the tree." I said, no, the tree doesn't fit in my suitcase. This will fit, so I bought this. I had to have it, of course.
I heard rumors that you have a par excellence SS sword. Is there any chance that we could had a gander at that.
Someone told me it's the best one he ever saw, so maybe you could look at it.
Oh, that would be great. I wonder who told you that.
It was an old friend.
That old friend.
Dear friend.
Walter, over the years, has turned up more great things. I mean, I can't tell you how many wonderful things that I've
Quite
seen.
a few in your collection, too.
Quite a few in my collection, yes. Nothing's ever cheap, but then again, if it's good, that's...
Thank God you're not cheap, so that's good.
yeah, there you are. Well, take a look at this sword, guys, because you're looking at the outside here, and for those in the know, you'll recognize this as a Dachau-made piece with the stainless steel mounts. You know, they didn't darken the Dachau parts, so you can usually tell them right away. And the upper ferrule is a separate piece on them. But when you turn it over, what gets your attention is, oh my goodness, what is this on the cover plate? And if you look closely, you'll see that that's engraved to the man who owned this sword. What was his rank?
Presented, he was a Hauptsturmführer in the 3rd Totenkopf SS Infantry Battalion.
And chances are he probably was assigned at Dachau at one time or another.
Not necessarily, but he might have been. Since that was the headquarters of the Totenkopf division.
So what we think probably happened here, this officer probably went in to see Paul Mueller. He may not have qualified.
No, it was a presentation from his men.
Oh, from his men. So his men went in to see Paul Mueller.
Yeah, and that's the date it was presented.
Which is?
March 20-something, 1942.
Yeah.
Because he died in 43 in combat in Russia.
So you think
won the German Cross.
This is all pretty exciting, collectors, but just wait. It's nothing compared to what you're going to see. Look at this wonderful. There's the initials. The oak leaves that are inlaid into a absolute gorgeous Damascus blade, which is Turkish, by the way. I don't want to see how it's shaped. It's very different from what we usually see. Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Paul Mueller gave a similar shaped blade sword to his son-in-law as a wedding present.
Yes.
But it wasn't Damascus.
Yes, and that sword is featured in my book.
Right.
And then the other side is the same, except the monogram is not there, the other side of the blade. But this is really a spectacular thing, and it's very exciting that this far into collecting now, here we are 2013, and something like this is just turning up.
It turned up in a garage sale in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh my goodness. For $30 or
a little bit more.
A little bit more.
But not much.
But probably still very reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who told you that that's the best SS sword that they've ever seen, but I agree with you.
I trust him. I trust him.
That is really a beauty. Well, we hope that you have a wonderful show, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you,
Tom,
Tom.
pleasure like always.
Yeah, Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you.
We've stopped by an old-time collector that I know for many years, Russ Hamilton from Georgia, and he's an experienced SS helmet collector for probably 40 or 50 years, I think. Too many years that we want to remember. And this is an interesting SS helmet that's an early example that was hand-painted. And if you look around the insignia, the great care was done to make the paint job proper. Still has the liner in it and the chin strap, and a pretty interesting thing. See how the national insignia is there, and the paint is done around it. You know, you don't see these hand painted types very often. Most of the time, you'll see this is this an M35, M40? Sorry, that's the standard color that you mostly see. Single decal, rolled rim, nice liner in it. You know, this is when you come to the MAC show, you can see original things like this where not only do you get something that's original, but it's guaranteed because you're dealing with people that have done this for many, many years, and they only sell good stuff. Thank you so much. Well, here we are. We've come across the table with Mr. John Costanza.
I know Bill.
His lovely wife, I assume. Jane. Jane, nice to see you. You're putting up with a lot here, you know.
I like being here.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I'll tell my wife. She does it. John has a very interesting SS songbook here, and what is really interesting is that when you open it up, it has the original owner's name, and somehow he was able to get Heinrich Himmler's signature along with a little inscription. And tell us how this came to America, John.
It was actually brought back by a veteran, but he was a high school music teacher. And as a result, he picked the book up because it has songs in it. And when I acquired the book, I thought, oh, just an SS songbook. And then I looked in the interior.
Did he realize that that was?
I don't think it meant anything to him because this was like way back in the '60s.
Oh, I see.
Almost pre-Atwood days.
Yeah.
The loose translation basically is our will is in a song, according to a couple of old-time Germans that translated this for me. But
and that was true too. Songs and music were very important to Germany, and still today they are.
yes,
You have some great stuff here. It's you doing all right, are you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
yes, SS Canteen, V42 knife.
I don't think I've ever seen an SS canteen. It's just because of the black cover that.
Oh no.
See, we're all going to learn something here, guys. Hang in here. This is going to be interesting. Right there. Wow, look at this. Can you get that on the camera?
And on the neck.
Take your finger off
But
there so we can see the runes.
I have to peel the neck off here a little bit. The runes,
And the cover is black also, right?
here. Yes. See the runes on the side?
Oh, look at there.
I assume this was like from Nuremberg days, Nuremberg rallies, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just an assumption on my part.
What kind of a value is something like that worth? I know a regular canteen's $150.
It's hard to put values on these
so
types
rare.
of things. I want 6.5.
Well, I don't blame you.
This I want $1,500.
I don't blame you.
Well, they sell his calling card for 10 to 12.
Should be worth it.
Yes.
I think you'll sell that here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Thanks for talking.
Especially with Mr. Wittmann's assistance.
We'll do the best we can. Well, we ran into Billy Worm here at the show, and Bill's a fairly new collector, maybe 5 years.
5 years,
something like that. He's still a college student, so resources are a little tough like that.
Yeah, I gotta.
But, nevertheless, he's got good taste, and somehow manages to save enough money to buy the best. And a good example of that is a wonderful SS that Billy just purchased. If you look at the scabbard, you can see that the anodizing is still all there, and
Most of the lacquer, it looks
most
like
of the
to
lacquer,
about
yeah.
90% on both sides.
this type of scabbard I usually think of as being made
Pack?
by Pack.
Yep.
And you will find Pack scabbards with this contract number 120-34, which this dagger is. We don't know who made them, but whoever made them most likely bought the parts from other manufacturers.
Makes sense.
And we see a lot of Pack scabbards with these daggers, so but what a great piece. I mean, look at the motto on that. It's outstanding.
It's about as nicest one I could find at the show. It's dirty, uncleaned, full
really
cross grain.
Untouched.
You don't find many of them like that anymore.
It doesn't appear it's been a part in modern times. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, a little turn there, but Well, that's a wonderful thing. So that makes your show, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's it. I look for that one prime piece usually at each show, and when I ran across this, I'll tell you, it was pretty cheap too. It was tending, one of the small tables with just a few things, and
well, see that's a good thing about the Mac Show. Everybody thinks that there's nothing cheap here. And,
there is.
If you look around, there's plenty of dealers here that are not the top end guys. We call them what, pickers, that kind of thing, and sometimes you can get a bargain. And here you go.
It was probably. I paid a little bit over $3,000 for it, honestly. It's close to a $5,000 Dagger dealer.
Easy.
So I'm really happy with it. I always come to the shows. Yeah, I'm taking her home. She's number 9.
Wow, that's pretty.
And they're all like this. Nothing.
I know you have good taste.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much, Billy, and good hunting, and keep up the good work. We've stopped along the rear area of the front hall of the show and ran into Mr. Bill Hope here. How are you, Bill?
Great, Tom.
Good to see you.
Another great show.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
The crowd was unreal this year.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I'm surprised, because you're hearing the economy down, but I'm not feeling it here.
Not for Militaria. It's interesting, we see so much German stuff at the Mac Show, and all of a sudden we run into some U.S. items. Can you tell us what are we looking at here, Bill?
I started collecting Vietnam 25 years ago, thinking it's going to be the collectible of the future.
Right.
Guess what? It is. It is.
Come into its own now, has it?
Done very well. It's interesting, the people I talk to, all original Vietnamers stuff is up and coming investment.
Yeah.
But they're also asking for German, but I steer them down to here, Tom, not to you.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Hey, another great show, Tom, and thanks again for having me.
You're a good man.
There you go.
See you.
Right.
Oh, we're here at the display of affiliated auctions, and affiliated is the official Mac Show auctioneer, and you could actually consign things right at the show up until 3 o'clock on Friday. So we've got a lot of great stuff here that's come in off of the floor, and there's no competition with the internet. It's a live auction. It's held on Friday night every year at the Mac Show. It's a great auction, and you can see, we'll show you some of the pieces that are here. Some really interesting things.
We got a great consignment came in here at the show, during the show, and that's a rare female SS two-piece uniform with the metal ribbon and the SS logo and a company picture and the Vivo hat. So it's a great item for the auction tonight, and we expect it to sell well.
You know, John, I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen one of those before. I think it must be really ultra rare.
Yeah, it's authentic and came to us direct from Germany.
It's even got some belt loops or metal loops on it. I wonder what was on them.
Well, in the portrait, it looks like she has some sort of Gear party medal at some point.
Aha. Yeah, that's really something that'll be interesting to see what kind of money that brings.
We're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Okay, we've come over here to see the wonderful and great famous Helmut Weitzer from Hamburg. And he has a special item that is easily the best thing in the show, maybe the best thing we've ever seen at any show. What do we have here, Helmut?
We have here Sepp Dietrich's personal necklace with all beef swords and diamonds.
And if you don't understand his accent, he said Sepp Dietrich.
It's Sepp Dietrich, yes. We could purchase it direct from the daughter-in-law in August.
This woman just came into your shop?
She ran into my shop, and the best thing is when she gave me her address, she is living around our favorite Italian restaurant, and I was parking my car 100 times in front of her house, not knowing who was living there.
And here Dietrich's diamonds were sitting maybe 50 feet from your car, and you didn't even know it.
No idea. And the best thing is, she didn't know either. Her husband never told her what it was.
So did she have the photographs also?
These are all the photographs out of the family album. And when we made the deal, I was permitted to take any photo that I liked, so I collected all pictures. These 3 pictures here
Yes.
were made August 8th, 1944, 2 days after he has received his diamonds. And when you look closely, you can identify the diamonds. And when you look at the face of Sir Dietrich, you can see that he was aware that the war is lost already.
Yeah.
Look at this serious face, he's smiling, but he's suffering in the same moment.
I never think of Dietrich as a family man, so these are very interesting to see him out. Nice, he was probably grandchildren?
No,
maybe?
this is the son. This is his son.
He was doing pretty good then at his age, huh? That's not bad.
Like we do, don't we?
Of course, of course. Well, this is wonderful. It's the swords, the oak leaves, and the diamonds to the Knight's Cross. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Yes.
And only 2 were awarded to the Waffenmessers. So these are the diamonds of the Leibstandarte, if you want so.
Wow, that is amazing. Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, I think this was the best buy I ever did from private in my life.
Well, see, collectors, when you lead a clean life, like Mr. Weitzer does, good things come your way. If you're an honest man like Mr. Weitzer, you know that he has a store in Hamburg. I believe it's right next to Gucci's, right?
That's correct.
This tells you what kind of a store it is. So we're so pleased to have him at the show this time. We love always having him.
It's always a pleasure, since '85.
To do something like this and bring this over, I hope you don't put that in your luggage.
No, I had it on my knees.
Thank you so much.
A pleasure.
Well, you'll know you'll find anything at the Mac Show. We're back here by the lunch area where the curtains are behind, and look who is standing guard here. This is Frederick the Great, the wonderful porcelain. In Germany, they think that Frederick the Great was probably the best king that they ever had. You know, he knew about architecture, knew about music, spoke 6 or 7 languages, outfitted the army, so many things that Frederick did that brought culture, real civilization to Europe. He was a wonderful man. This looks like a great thing. How much is this?
2,500.
How about 2,000?
For you, no problem.
What do you think, viewers? Should I buy that? That'll look good next to my bed. I'm going to buy that.
It's nice. It's mid-19th century. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's true too. It's mid-19th century made. Well, we're finishing up our tour of the Mac Show, and I thought, what a perfect place to end it at the Tom Wittmann booth. Hey, what are you going to do? A little self-promotion never hurts. We have a great piece that we brought to the show this year. It's a bronze from World War I of a flamethrower. These people must have been very, very nasty if you were in a trench and you saw this guy coming at you. It really has fantastic detail. Flamethrowers were invented in 1915. And they had a mixture of kerosene and gasoline in the tanks, which fired through here. And the flame gun would shoot about 150 feet. A very, very nasty thing. This bronze weighs about 30 pounds. Solid bronze. Beautiful. Well, we've had a great show, and I hope you've enjoyed our little tour of the Mac Show this year. It's been very successful, lots of collectors here, lots of money flying around as usual. All the hotels are happy and the restaurants are too. So we hope to see you next year. And if I can ever answer any questions or problems or anything you'd like to know about the Mac Show, drop me an email or whatever. Thank you very much.